allait prendre la route de l'aventure. Ah, mais c'est le président. Un pauvre qui vote pour celui qui l'a rendu pauvre. Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'étranger? Ah, mais c'est le président. À l'Assemblée, il y a un vieux. Vraiment. Au Sénat, il y a un vieux. Wonderful. À la présidence, il y a un vieux. Dans tout le gouvernement, il n'y a que des vieux. Des vieux. Des vieux. Des vieux prennent le chemin de la Libye pour devenir des esclaves. Les gens prennent la route du désert pour entrer en Europe. À l'Assemblée, il y a un vieux. Son de Touko. Au Sénat, il y a un vieux. À la présidence, il y a un vieux. Dans tout le gouvernement, il n'y a que des vieux. Des vieux. Des vieux.
Hi. Good day to the beautiful people of the Cameroons, the beautiful people of La République du Cameroon, and the beautiful people of British Southern Cameroon. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a party political broadcast by myself, Maître Mola Alex Ndiveli Singer, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Ladies and gentlemen, whenever I come to talk about party political broadcast, it's about scrutinizing and holding the government to account and to give alternative policies. The government is non-functional. The opposition of La République du Cameroon is non-functional. Opposition are supposed to be official. But in the Cameroons, they are non-functional, they are not official. They are supposed to be holding into account the government of La République du Cameroon every day and to give alternative policy. That is why British Cameroon National Party have come to fill that vacuum that nobody is there to challenge government policies on a daily basis. Ladies and gentlemen, today I've come to talk about lockdown. But however, I saw this video that I don't know what to say. I am lost for words. Listen to this first. Then I'll come back to my topic of lockdown. Ladies and gentlemen, listen.
Excellency Paul Biya, who salutes the visionary leadership of a great national leader, His Excellency Paul Biya, who national president, where in wisdom, in peace, in patience, and in unwavering commitment to peace and development, he continues for guide we, especially in the midst of the trials, the small shaky where we get them. And I won't be inspired by scripture for Holy Bible, for Isaiah 49:15, where he say, "Mommy them will fit born picking deny for breastfeeder." Now so we love for our great national leader, President Paul Biya. Be not be so mommy them. Will fit born me deny for breastfeeder. For Mecca, na credo, but now for year when we should done so when we say we born this great party CPDM. I want to say Papa don't do plenty thing for we. We see that gas plant when Papa give am for we so. All we mommy then, we fit cook na JJ so they will master the chop belle food no be so. Gas more expensive again like first time na true no. For infrastructure development, that Babaju, Bamenda Road, the other day, myself at the Waka, I passed for their sleep so that one open eye, I don't already for other side for Yaoundé. I said, Mama, me, we reach now which day, we not time to picking, for the plenty work you don't do for we. Even the construction for the road there, inside town here now, we burns the do and so. Now big work. We will great national leader. I don't do am for we. I don't have that we even we farm to market road them. Say as we the work farm, we fit carry chop, we go for market sharp. No be so. Even market them there for all side now so for Bamenda. Even for right for my 90, they only corner my house. The place don't be na market. All side na market na fine thing no. All right, maybe look even school. In terms of school, now university this already there for doorstep. When you talk all about university, even secondary, high school, primary school, they don't there for corner any money house. Begin the job crossroad, they enter for school. Now find thing no. Even with Mama Shantabia. Shantabia Foundation who called the champion. It they right for we for Mezam here. I don't send even wonderful delegation. We give for we now fighting no. We get Mama Senator Regina Mundi here. When that big example. Make we clap for you know. We get Professor Senator Bridget Neba. We get who clap. We celebrate them. We get Professor Mutia Rose. When I charge the mission for Prime Minister office, we get Justice Awasu Florence. When I see the Secretary General for Senator, and we should know for yes so. Now so principal they flop inside. We not true no. I don't lie. Woman council or them will be countless and parliamentarians. I thank una plenty. Now you want say dear sisters, I the one say maybe we resolve today. Say Patricia Ngum. Dr. Patricia Ngum. Begin for Pa Cho. Married for Fongu Julius. For Songwa. And we all here. We don't resolve today. Say we go work hand in hand with our great national leader. President Paul Biya. Miyaka. Very well.
Mesa our no pitching so. That was Professor Fu and one for campaign, the guy pitch ways up.
My brothers and sisters, I don't know whether she called herself Dr. Patricia Ngum. Is she talking about the same mesam that I know? Ladies and gentlemen, these people are out of touch. They live in Yaoundé. Then when they die, they come and put their remains in Mezam. Ladies and gentlemen, these people are wicked. Now only chop they make them talk so. Ladies and gentlemen, I know Mezam. I've seen recent pictures of Mezam. Sonak Street is finished. Old Town Road, Komisha Avenue dirty. Nkwen go to Kwen Park. And these people, they sit. These people are so evil. Ladies and gentlemen, the first third road without technology in the UK was constructed in 1902. No technology. Today we have technology. The first underground train in the United Kingdom was 1863. No technology. Today we have technology. The first surface train in United Kingdom was 1825. Today we have technology. And this woman will come and say she's doctor. Doctor of what? Doctor of dust or poto. If it's a Caucasian, they would have come and see Bamenda and go and study how can we change this dust so that Bamenda should be reduced in dust or what. That's why you have PhD for. These people cannot make a spoke of a bicycle. Ladies and gentlemen, the first time I came to Northwest, I was a baby. From Tico International Airport, we landed in Balinyongan International Airport. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2025, this woman is praising President Paul Biya, somebody he doesn't even know. Shanta Biya, somebody he doesn't know. You're praising people where there's evidence that they have embezzled monies that was meant for hospital, money that was meant to construct our road. People, when they are sick, they come to the West to have treatment. People who are governing you, but they cannot do anything. He said that their party was formed in Mezam, Mankon, Bamenda. I should correct them. That party was not created in Mezam, Mankon. They changed the name of Aijo's party, CNU, to CPDM. That was just a change of name. CNU rebranded. CPDM have been in power for more than 60 years. They have destroyed what? Wadarum. They are praising Biya for destroying Wadarum. They are praising Biya for destroying Marketing Board. They are praising Biya for destroying Tico International Airport. They are praising Biya for crumbling CDC. They are praising Biya for taking our natural resources and giving to France and other European Union. That's what they are doing. These are ignorant people that they have given them A4 paper. They say it's a degree. I have a lot of them. It means nothing. That's just formal education. If you cannot use your education to change the life of our people, you're talking to market to farm road. What's market to farm road? When we talk about market in Europe, we are talking about Glencoe. What the Glencoe, they come and exploit you people. They have market in the stock exchange, the financial market. They make billions there. But you're talking about we are only farmer to feed these people. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so disappointed. I am so lost of word. When you see this type of people, you should go and protest. It is your right. They shouldn't be holding such a meeting without people protesting. Protest is recognized, Article 65 of your Constitution. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a disgrace that our people are dying. Mr. Biya cannot do his constitutional duty. Florence Ayafo was murdered in Bamenda. Mr. Biya couldn't exercise Article 8 of the Constitution that says Mr. Biya shall ensure, the President of the Republic, that's it, shall ensure internal and external security of the country. Mola Etambi was killed in Mankon, Bamenda. Mr. Biya could not protect him. Etambi, his head was chopped off in Guzang. Mr. Biya could not prevent him. Madam Mundi was kidnapped, and Madam Mundi is in that meeting, about 80 years old. Mr. Biya could not prevent or help Madam Mundi when she was kidnapped in Bamenda. So, ladies and gentlemen, you might insult people and say, oh, it's these people who did it. No. If you kidnap people, you harass our women and children, you are a criminal. You don't blame criminal. You arrest criminal, you try them or you prosecute them and you lock them up if they are found guilty. That's what you do. And that job is the government's job. You don't blame criminals. You fight crime and you fight the causes of crime. La République du Cameroon chop people their money. They are not able to govern a country. When you sit in London, if there is increase in crime, you blame the mayor of London. You don't blame criminals. So stop blaming criminals. You went to government to use taxpayers' money to fight crime. Child poverty, up. Violence against women, up. People cannot walk our street. What is the chop people their money doing in government? Ladies and gentlemen, things that we have, some people have been doing more than 100,000 of years ago. We have not even attained industrial revolution that started in the late 18th century in Britain and spread over Europe. People are talking about artificial intelligence. We are just copy and paste. We should start from industrial revolution. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel sick. It's as if I should throw up when I see our fellow people, they talk like this. It's a disgrace. You talk, I'm Dr. This. We have a lot of principal teachers. What has teachers got to do? Today, we don't even need teachers. I can go and read on social media. I can learn a lot without even having school today. Oh, a lot of principal, a lot of parliamentarian in charge of Prime Minister's office. Article 12 of the Constitution of Cameroon gives the Prime Minister power. He cannot exercise it out of greed. Secretary General of the presidency without a constitutional duty is the one doing the job of a Prime Minister. So these people have relegated themselves to second-class citizen. When you have people that I was still baby, like young Philemon, who was procureur in Boya before I was born. He went to Ngwakele, became a procureur before I was born. When you have people like young Philemon, who was vice minister of territorial administration when I was a baby. So you still have them there. And these people, they come and stand and praise. It's all about chop. They don't know we have natural resources that we can look for technology and convert it and have a better life. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how we're going to solve this problem of ignorance, this problem of mediocrity. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. Once more, ladies and gentlemen, let's go back to our topic of today. I saw that video. It passed me. It tired me. I don't know. Paul Biana, Shanta Biana, What sort of people? What sort of people? 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, our party political broadcast topic today is about lockdown. There are certain things I've been talking to people behind the scene, because sometimes I talk to people behind the scene, and when they don't listen, I'll come and make this party political broadcast. We talk about lockdown, we don't know what's lockdown. And one thing I've realized, even before I was born in British Southern Cameroon, we lack leadership. Leadership, they have to have knowledge. If you take somebody who is a taxi driver, you ask him to go and pilot a plane, you know the result. That's what is happening in British Southern Cameroon. It doesn't mean you went to school, you're a lawyer, you have PhD, or why you're a leader. No. There's a structure in Britain to learn leadership. You enter a political party, you start climbing. We of British Cameroon National Party, we are a political party because we don't want these things that we keep on just making it as it goes. Because that lady who was talking like that, most people today are on social media to make their money, so they will say anything to the vulnerable people. We don't do that in British Cameroon National Party. We believe politics is alternative to war, and we always make sure that we do the right things. We don't come to fight and lie our people and to make them to fall in a trap that will later hurt them. I saw people, was it a picture? People in Bamenda at these travel agencies, people were rushing to leave Bamenda. It's disappointing that these people will talk about whatever they call it, because I will talk about lockdown. They think they never gave those people money to pay transport to be going to other sides of the country. They don't know how they're going to eat. They don't know where they're going to stay. So you don't go into war, as some of you call it war, to punish your own people. If I look at most revolutionary leaders like Fidel Castro, they used to go somewhere, get like a cow and distribute it to the villager, the people that they were fighting for them. They used to make them, they feel happy to know that you have a good government in waiting. When Castro were fighting other people. But I'm disappointed that we are destroying our people's life. I have often been in a position that whatever I do, I want to make sure our people have a better life. That's why we fought for Boya University, multipartism, GCE board, tripartite, the so-called major national data. We keep on fighting because we want to make our people's life better. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason I want to talk about lockdown today, because people have been using what I call malapropism. There is a huge difference between what's a lockdown and civil disobedience. Ladies and gentlemen, lockdown can only be imposed by one person, the government. A civilian cannot impose lockdown. Most of you don't know the meaning of lockdown. Government impose restriction on movement during lockdown, while civil disobedience is an internal act of resistance by citizens against government policy and law. Lockdown is about enforcing compliance with the law. Lockdown is about enforcing compliance with the law. Why civil disobedience rather involve deliberate breaking of the law as a form of protest, e.g., refusing to cooperate with the administrator or with government official. Civil disobedience is movement, attempt to paralyze the government by disobeying few or particular laws and policy. So lockdown is to what? To make sure that you follow the law. That's lockdown. And only government can impose lockdown, no other person. Lockdown are imposed by government, not by civilians. In an armed conflict, you say lockdown. Ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you why some reasons why we do have lockdown. To prevent health service from being overwhelmed. Example, during COVID, there was lockdown. You want to prevent the health service from being overwhelmed. Limiting or infection to spread. Let me say there's an infection. You don't want it to spread. You issue lockdown. That's it. A lot of diseases, they can transmit disease, airborne disease, all those things. In order to limit it, what you do, you impose lockdown. By buying time for public response. If government wants to do certain things and it wants to see what happens to coordinate certain things, they can bring down lockdown. To protect vulnerable people. When old people are there, like COVID or this, you bring lockdown because you want to prevent it. So that's enforcing laws, reducing public uncertainty. That's why you bring lockdown. COVID, they bring lockdown. So what you people call lockdown is not lockdown. I don't know whether you want to talk about civil disobedience, which is disobeying certain laws, particular laws or policy of the government. I'll give you an example. The reason people have civil disobedience is when you perceive injustice. We're in Cameroon, especially us in British Southern Cameroon. We have seen a lot of injustice. They torture our people. Their constitution says don't torture people. You see other things like they impose or they discriminate against or they impose their French inherited institution on us. That's injustice. That's why when they say peace, we say no justice, no peace. So you cannot talk about peace without justice. This is something that the government of La République should know. Well, another reason they don't have civil disobedience is about what? Systematic oppression. They are oppressing us. People are not free to speak their mind. You cannot exercise your civil duty or other things or what? Lack of civil liberties. We saw people, you cannot go out and protest, although Article 65 of the Constitution says you can protest. Social discrimination. We see they have their reference hospital, the better roads than us, better electricity than us. You look, most of our villages in Southern Cameroon is zero. And another reason again, the last but not the least, that you can have civil disobedience is what? Desire for reform and change. Like we are tired of these chop people, their money, illegitimate government that have been changing constitution that is being controlled by France. France control their central bank, monetary policy. And we of British Southern Cameroon, we're under the British trusteeship, not under the French trusteeship system. I don't know why they're imposing their money on us. I don't know why they're imposing their enam, gendarmerie, all those things. We have our own institution. British Cameroon National Party is fighting for equal status. We are fighting for equal status. You have civil disobedience because of what? Moral justification. Article 65 of the Constitution of La République de Cameroon talk about your right of freedom of expression, freedom of assembly. You can join who you want to join. Nobody should forbid you to do that. That's their constitution. You have moral justification to why you can have civil disobedience. When you see things like Martino Zogo was murdered, Wazizi was murdered. The reason I was protesting in the streets of London is because of Boya University students. Some of them were raped, beaten, lawyers, maltreated, teachers, beaten, some of them locked up. So you have moral justification. I cannot sit quiet. And publicity to bring attention to the people. So ladies and gentlemen, I just believe I want to bring these differences because sometimes we talk about leadership. Leadership, you entail knowledge. Don't come and be talking about lockdown. Lockdown in any democratic country is done by a government to impose restriction because there is health hazard. There was lockdown because of COVID recently. Most of us, we saw what happened during the COVID. So there is a difference between civil disobedience and lockdown. So if you want to talk about civil disobedience, when I was in the Cameroons, we used to do ghost town. That's civil disobedience. We don't force people. When you come, you don't use force on people. I believe politics is alternative to war. I'm a non-violent activist, political leader. I believe we can use the constitution of the Cameroons to bring great changes in the Cameroons. But unfortunately, most people, they want quick fix. When they see a strike, they jump there. When they see this, they jump there. People don't know the difference between political party, pressure group, trade union. We mix everything in British Southern Cameroons. It's good to learn, it's good to know things, and when you know things, it's easier. Each time we are fighting for something, people take us how many years back? Some people we used to say, oh, they will go to a law firm in America and they will give you independence. They pay $35,000, is it $1,000 or what? And you keep on wasting our time because you're not fighting for the people. Each time something changes, they come again, they talk, and they keep on giving us fake hope. There's only one hope. We learn from other people. We learn from Scottish National Party. We learn from Catalan. We learn from Quebec. We learn from Flemish. It's only in Africa we think everything is about war. South Sudan, war. Eritrea, war. We are using things that they used to use 1,000 years ago. We are still using it in Africa. We don't need war. You mobilize yourself. The money some of you have contributed for the wrong reason. If you join together, we come together, British Cameroon National Party, we take most of the seats in Northwest and Southwest British Southern Cameroon. We are free. We are free. If it's Scottish National Party that is running the Scottish Parliament, they cannot tell the government that, oh, come and negotiate with me. You can only negotiate with the government if you have parliamentary seat. That's power. The people have given you the mandate. All of us, we say about 70% in British Southern Cameroon, they want independence. So why don't you join British Cameroon National Party? Let's sit and take the seats. Why are you staying on social media wasting people's time? It is not your fight. It's about the people. Some of you who sit and talk abroad, those people who are in Bamenda, I saw them now, they are being displacing themselves out of Bamenda because of, in quotes, lockdown. Because you cannot give lockdown. Either it's civil disobedience or nothing. So you call it lockdown, but it's civil disobedience. If it's civil disobedience, you don't attack civilians. Civilians, they should be free to walk their streets. They should be free to go out to buy bread. They should be free to go to the hospital. They should be free to meet family and talk. It's easy to sit on social media and tell people what to do. If I want to do something, in 2022, I wanted to talk about the dirty streets in the Cameroon. I went to there, Yaoundé, Douala, other parts. I put it on video and I show you that our streets are dirty. Stop staying on social media and telling people to do something. I believe, if you believe in something, lead. I call myself the leader of British Cameroon National Party because I lead. I don't come and sit here and just run my mouth. So ladies and gentlemen, stop maltreating our people. Stop pretending. Some of you can be pretending, maybe it's the way you get this talk here on social media to make your money. Stop using people. If those people back home, if they don't want to rise up and do something for themselves, leave them. Let them stay in their poto. Let them suffer. The day that they will realize it, they will rise up. So don't sit on social media and be forcing people. I don't force any person to do anything. We are a political party. We talk about policies. We scrutinize the government, the rotten, corrupt government of La République du Cameroun. It ends there. If I want to do something, I go to the Cameroons. I should face the heat. If I go to the Cameroons every time, when you enter Cameroon, they take your fingerprint, they take everything, they see it. If they want to arrest me, they will tell me, what have I done? We are a party that is recognized in the United Kingdom, and we look forward to register it in the Cameroons and participate in elections. And we put our policy, we want the right to self-determination. The people who choose whether they want to vote, chop people their money, or people who want a unionist, federalist, all those people, or they will choose us who want equal status. That is how you do politics. Learn from Catalonia, learn from Scotland, learn from Northern Ireland, learn from Wales, learn from Quebec, learn all over the world. God have given us brain. Let's use it well. So ladies and gentlemen, once more, this has been a party political broadcast by myself, Maitre Mola Alex Ndiveli Singer, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you very much.
Monsieur le Président, un pauvre qui vote ou celui qui l'a rendu pauvre. Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'étranger? Monsieur le Président, à l'Assemblée, il y a un vieux, vraiment. Au Sénat, il y a un vieux, wonderful. À la présidence, il y a un vieux. Dans tout le gouvernement, il n'y a que des vieux, des vieux, des vieux. Des jeunes prennent le chemin de la Libye pour devenir des esclaves. Les jeunes prennent la route du désert pour entrer en Europe. À l'Assemblée, il y a un vieux, Sonia Touko. Au Sénat, il y a un vieux. À la présidence, il y a un vieillard. Dans tout le gouvernement, il n'y a que des vieux, des vieux, des vieux. Docteur, tout Joseph, professeur à Los Angeles, comment pouvez-vous nommer un individu à un poste pendant 25 ans, 20 ans, directeur de tant, 30 ans? Vous partagez le pouvoir avec vos familles. Vous partagez le pouvoir avec vos amis. Vous partagez le pays avec vos familles. Vous partagez le pays avec vos familles. Et après quand ils vont voler, vous appelez les papiers, les attraper. Et après quand ils ont volé, vous appelez les papiers, les attraper. Qui les avait nommés d'abord dans ce poste-là? C'est toi qui les avais nommés, papa. Tu as oublié, tu as seulement oublié. C'est toi qui les as